Ko tahi mai te tahi manuwhiri, as I mentioned before, from Keep Hamilton Beautiful, ko Anna Petchell. Nei rā te mihi nui kia koe. Did I say your surname right?
You did. Kia ora.
Kia ora. Welcome to Tainui Live.
Amazing. Thanks for having me. This is such a cool new studio. Didn't even know it was here.
It's very white walls, isn't it?
I mean, some point.
I take it as it's very clean looking.
It is. I mean, no feedback on the walls.
Anyway, well, welcome to the studio and welcome to the Te Waharoa Show with myself. It's a pleasure to have you on board on the Te Waharoa Show. And quite coinky-dinky, actually, that Thursdays is my Taiao Heal the World kōrero.
Amazing.
So
amazing.
It's meant to be.
It is.
But
Thank you so much.
I'll stop talking and I'll let you introduce yourself, your name, even though I mentioned it, and what you're doing.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me, Hemi. It's awesome to be here today. So I am Anna, and I am a variety of things, but currently I have a company that I have, or not a company, it is a branch of Keep New Zealand Beautiful, and I have started Keep Hamilton Beautiful here in the Waikato.
Love it.
And it is a sustainability and eco-conscious group that is about doing good for the planet and about creating, through positive action, we can create positive change and influence,
Everybody.
people. Yeah, and hopefully more people get in, because I think a lot of times people don't know how to get involved, and so that's why I started this, because I already had been picking up rubbish for years after 7 years of working at sea, seeing the disastrous problems going on in the ocean, on the boats and everything, and going, this isn't okay. So starting to create cleanups in marinas and cleanups at beaches and all this all around the world, and saying to people, New Zealand's just this clean, green, beautiful place, and then getting home and being like, not so much.
Yeah, so. Absolutely. And, you talking about being out in the ocean and all that, and I've just recently watched a Seaspiracy, but we won't go there.
Yeah, that's a whole topic in itself. I think we could talk about that for hours.
We'd need a whole day or a whole weekend. Anyway, so you are here for Keep Hamilton Beautiful.
I am. So, Keep Hamilton Beautiful, I started because I thought, firstly, it was an established company and it's all about being a tidy Kiwi. And because people already knew about it, I thought it was a good way to get people on board. And I wanted to create kind of attraction that people could come along, have a bit of a way to contribute and do something good in the world and be able to make a positive change.
Lovely.
Rather than just going, I don't really know, so I'm not going to do anything.
Yeah. That's a good point you did bring up right then, is people do want to make change. However, like you did mention, that they don't know how to.
Yeah, and sometimes it creates someone like myself coming in, stirring things up and actually motivating people. I know when I got home and I kind of looked around and was like, okay, where's the cleanups? And thought, there are none, or it's very hard to find anything. And there needs to be something, and also not just waiting till September when it's big cleanup week. So the problem's here now. Let's
start today.
It's not just down there. So we can, if everyone was to pick up one little piece of litter every day, can you imagine how much cleaner the planet would be?
The 5 million of us in Aotearoa, we could change Aotearoa. We could actually be green.
Actually say what we're trying to say.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so you're talking about Keep Hamilton Beautiful. Now, what are some events that are, other than everyone, start today in picking up your rubbish, picking up after yourself?
Picking up and also reducing. That's the word, reduce and reuse, rather than recycle. People are so into recycling here. It's like, it's not even the thing.
Yeah. That's like below, isn't it? That's like at the
that's
bottom
the
of
lowest
the hierarchy.
thing that you can do. So reducing, if you go to buy something, that's the easiest thing you can do. You go to buy something, be a conscious consumer. Think, if I'm buying this, how has it either come? Where has it come from? How is it going to be disposed of? Be curious.
Yeah.
Be curious to how is this going to have its life?
Yeah.
And, where's it going to go? Where's it going to end up? Because it's not just, we're doing this picking up, but it's ultimately trying to educate people at the beginning to not use it. You know, can you use something else?
Yeah. Can you refuse it?
Yeah.
Refuse it first.
Absolutely.
Right, because I'm just picking up the kōrero that you are saying. Ideally, we'd like to be in that kind of circular way of living, right? Which the ancestor did back in the days. However, what I'm hearing is that lineal cycle that we are living in at the moment, which is the purchase and then dispose. It kind of has a beginning and an ending, but it's always going to go into our landfill, into our Mother Earth.
Yeah,
right?
and it's really sad. It's so sad to see, especially when you see, you've just recently watched Seaspiracy, but when you see the waste that's in the oceans and you see just what's happening, and I mean, it's not just disappearing at the end, and it's not necessarily getting recycled. When people go, oh, but this is recyclable, it's like, it's not really, unless it goes in the correct place, in the correct heat, in the correct way,
and it's not contaminated.
And so basically it's just waste. And I think there is the concept that if people start becoming more aware when they're actually going to use it, or can, before we had plastics, there was far less waste back then.
Now you said that. You're taking me back to when I was young and when I used to take the milk bottles, glass bottles out with the little $2 or $1. Oh my God, I'm showing my age. Anyway, the $1, $2 notes. Yes, we did have notes back then. And you just take it out. But I tell you this, the milk tastes a hell of a lot nicer in glass. Or any drink tastes nice in glass.
For example, how much better does a coffee taste in a coffee mug than in a cup?
Yep. And in that takeaway cup, right?
Don't get me started. But yeah, just that whole ability to think, back in the day, that plastic that was created back in the 70s and stuff, that is still going to live for a long, long time. So how can you do something that I actually got curious about recently was Tetra Pak. And because I went off dairy a few years ago, and when I got home I was like, okay, Tetra Pak, I drink oat milk, so I've been making my own, but for coffee it's just it's not so good. I can only do so much. But when I was like, okay, well, if I'm using this product, how is it getting disposed of? And so I contacted Tetra Pak and I just got curious and said, hey, you guys make this, what are you doing with it? And they actually got back in touch and said, firstly, the big head honcho guys said, well, contact your local recycler. Already been in touch with them. They don't do it. But then they are actually creating a product that is going to flat pack. So what it's going to do, it's a big machine lever, and it's going to press all the Tetra Pak containers. So you open them up, clean them, wash them, dry them, store them. And if you join my group, I am going to do collection dates where you can bring them all in, and then we go back to them because they're the guys that made it. The other guys can take it back, and then they're going to make like these tables and stuff out of them.
That is
How
great.
cool is that?
That is so cool, because I do have something to confess, especially to the listeners. I'm all about the eco environment, but I do drink almond milk, and I do buy those things.
Yeah. And so it's like, you're doing it, so how can we do less? There's actually an amazing company, Vitality, VW Vitality. I'm sorry, guys, if you're listening. Really making a hash of your name, but they've made an amazing product. So they do glass. They came across this problem as well. So they've gone and made concentrates, and so it's a concentrate, almond milk concentrate, oat concentrate, whatever, and it's in a glass jar. You take it and you have, I think it's a teaspoon to 100 mils or something like that. And it comes out and it's frothy and it's everything. So baristas can use it. Everyone can use it. You get hazelnut, you get cashew, you get everything. It's amazing.
You get it all. Oh my gosh, this is a great idea. Okay, is this going to happen soon, or this is already happening? That's
already happening. So if you go to firstly, anyone listening, come join me on Facebook, Instagram, Keep Hamilton Beautiful. On there you can find all these like little tricks and stuff that I've found, and different ways of like sending stuff back.
Love it.
As well as groups like them. and products that I think are just amazing and do really well. On there, you can also find the event page.
Yes.
So go to the event tab and you will find events that I'm running. I'm going to try and do monthly ones. But so if you're going to come to an event, come along. This Saturday, we've got an event at Donny Park in Chartwell.
Oh, yes.
Coming in from Emerald Place. So Donny Park's long. Don't go to the other entrances. Come there. And the awesome guys at Purposeful Skips are going to come and dispose of our waste, which is awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yes.
The awesome team at Hamilton City Council are going to take the cost of it.
Yes. Oh, kapai. Very good.
Yeah, very nice of them. And the awesome team at Sunny Nelson Ice Creams are going to be there to provide us ice cream.
Stop it, yes.
Yeah.
In paper, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, we were they're going to bring the little trach, and I was hoping it was going to be in cones, but they are going to take it all back.
Yeah.
They've said this is our responsibility. This is how we,
we roll.
Yeah. So that's cool. It's like if you make it, you work out a way to dispose of it. So I think that's really awesome.
That's a great idea. You might need to write something up with all of us, and let's give it to the council.
Yeah. Well, I'm already in touch with the council, so
good.
We need anyone that's keen to make me a website at the moment to store all this.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's all on the Facebook page.
Okay. Did you hear that? You website designers out there,
give me a hand.
Yeah. For the betterment of our beautiful green country. We can make it greener.
Yeah, we can. One last thing I was going to say is if you are someone who you don't have to come with other people. You can come by yourself to these cleanups, and you can do them by yourself. Like, do your own area. Clean up your own area.
Yeah.
It's like I'm in Mairoa and there's so much rubbish around there every day. So doing that by yourself. But also if you're a business and you want to have a cleanup and that's like a community day or something, we can do that.
Yeah.
If you want to do, bring your kids along. I'm thinking of in the future doing like art and trash walks and stuff. And then combining it with, some artists so we can look at how to maybe repurpose some of the trash that, to make artwork or whatever, but also doing like graffiti walks and stuff. And good friend Desiree from Boone.
Kia ora, Desiree.
Kia ora, Desiree. Her and I are looking at doing something like an art and trash kind of thing.
Love it.
So, lots of ideas.
There's a lot happening.
There is. So it's been really, really cool to be able to step into this space, especially from my own business. If anyone's looking for a career transition, boom, come to me. I help you get unstuck and unlost from where you're at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially yacht crew coming off out of the super yacht industry, or anyone else that's going through a time where they just don't know where to go and what to do, and they're kind of thinking their life needs a bit more purpose and meaning, then get in touch because I can help you do that really easily.
I love it. Okay, well, we've run out of time. But that was a lot.
Surprise.
That was a lot to absorb. But our people that are listening, koutou mai, whakarongo mai ana, you shouldn't be surprised, really. I mean, we have this word in Māori, which I'm sure you've heard, kaitiaki, right? And I feel that we all need to be more of a kaitiaki or a guardian for our whenua.
Yeah.
So on that note, do you have any last words that you would like to share with our listeners?
If everyone can pick up one piece of rubbish a day, this whole planet could be so much cleaner. And think about what you're using before you use it. Yes.
It's okay to say
refuse. Woo! Refuse.
That is the word. Awesome. Ngā mihi nui, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much.
And have a great day, rest of your day. And don't forget, all of you out there, pick up your rubbish, you naughty people.
And come on Saturday. I'd love to see you there. Bring gloves, bring bucket, bring yourselves.
Yeah. Apparently it's meant to be kind of raining. So
no, I'm positive on the weather. Maybe naively positive, naively optimistic.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Anna. Thank you for joining me. Ko Anna tēnā for Keep Hamilton Beautiful. Tēnā mena e wā te ana koutou hei tēnei rā horoi go and tautoko. I te kaupapa. Hemi peke tēnei. E mihi atu nei, a tamari e.